Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you have been asking me, what do I think about the P Diddy trial, which is currently going on? I think this is an interesting question, one that I will try to answer briefly. There is, however, nothing I would say here that is already not being covered in the news. So, the question becomes, what can we learn from this trial? It's also important to bear in mind that what I'm talking about is intimate partner violence, domestic violence. The other charges related to this issue is beyond the scope of this presentation, so please take note. We've seen how when Cassie was about to leave, violence escalated and violence was directed her way. This behavior, typical of perpetrators, when they are about to lose control, the violence escalates in an effort to reassert dominance. Let us, however, rewind years before in a similar trial, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. We also saw that Depp was the victim, Heard for years in their marriage was the abuser. When he also eventually mustered the courage to leave, violence was directed his way. In his case, not physical necessarily, but a more insidious form of domestic violence. False allegations, smear campaign, defamation, destruction of character. Depp was cancelled, reputation ruined, emotional torture. Not only was he dealing with the trauma or the physical violence he faced behind closed doors, he also faced another form of violence. He proved himself in a court of law. We know that he was the victim and Heard was the abuser. Heard framing him as the perpetrator. These characteristics, once again, typical of female abusers. Two trials, years apart, high profile, involving celebrities, the same jurisdiction, one country. One perpetrator is facing accountability, male, P Diddy, and rightly so. Some have, however, said that is justice too late. Tough, we understand. However, it has finally come. Good. The other case, proven in the court of law, she was the abuser. No criminal accountability. This brings us full circle to what I've tried to maintain, and I chronicled in the book. Male victimization is not hidden in plain view, is denied in plain view. Unless we evolve our understanding, unless we expand our justice system to provide a uniform standard to everyone, all perpetrators, regardless of gender, regardless of fame and fortune, must be held accountable. And all victims, regardless of any other identity marker, must be provided support. Once again, why the double standard? If we are really serious to stamp out domestic violence from our midst, we must have a uniform standard. Only so shall we progress society, and only so can we truly stamp out domestic violence from our midst. I hope I've answered your question, and please keep the conversation coming. Get the book available on Amazon or directly through me and get yourself acquainted. There's an interesting conversation. There are nuances. Thank you very much, and please keep the conversation coming. Bye.